Hey Virgo, hope you're all doing well. This is going to be a love energy check-in for you, Virgo, specifically situations of separation or no contact. I've been getting a lot of those situations recently in my readings, so I wanted to do a collective check-in to see what's going on. There's so much of and I know it's overused, but there's a lot of unhealthy masculine energy and unhealthy feminine energy that is really accelerating its presence or announcing its presence in this year. The imbalance is being shifted. A lot of the feminine are realizing that in their strive to be independent, to be secure and stable on their own and not dependent on anyone else, feminines are starting to recognize their hyper independence and how that blocks masculine energy from coming in, because they are holding so much of it. Also, recognizing the ability to receive is not fully there. So, being able to receive is a very important feminine energy. The masculine is the one that takes action, the one that moves forward, plants their seed, creates with seed, with potential, with intention into the feminine space, into the feminine womb. And so, if there isn't anything to receive that, and especially if the feminine energy is traumatized in any way by the experience of the masculine, there's going to be a disconnect and there's going to be no fertile ground for masculine energy to flourish and land. So, what I've been seeing is a lot of rage within both sides, masculine and feminine. Um, Traits like just sexual predation, um, control, abuse in some instances. It's really heavy energy. And a lot of these situations have resulted in, because of the imbalance, have resulted in um, no contact or separation. Also, an imbalance in financial reciprocation as well, Virgo, if that is your situation, where the masculine is insecure about their financial stability or about their ability to provide. And so there's a sense of defensiveness or ghosting or running away from that. But it's all related to balance within ourselves and in our relationship with other. Sorry, my cat does not want to leave. I've tried to move him, but he keeps coming back here. So he obviously wants to be in your reading. Okay, Virgo. So for Virgo, what is the situation of separation and no contact? Any advice, Spirit, please and thank you. Any advice for Virgo? There's definitely a pause. So separation here, no contact. Maybe from your perspective as well, Virgo, Pisces, God of Pisces, you could be dealing with the Pisces. Pisces is your opposite energy. This is about withdrawing your energy and self-reflecting and looking at things also from a different perspective, Virgo. Card of Capricorn, but that's also your energy, Virgo. So maybe you've chosen to focus on yourself, to focus on your goals, to focus on your own security and stability. Again, a reminder that the ability to receive is really important here. And the question to ask is, how open are you to receiving if someone gives you a compliment, it could be as simple as a compliment or as simple as buying you a coffee. What is the feeling that you get in your nervous system when someone wants to do something like that for you? Pay for a meal, pay for dinner. Do you accept that unconditionally and surrender into it with grace, or is there a battle inside of you about whether you are worthy of receiving? Because that is also going to affect relationships in a big way for you, Virgo. And this goes for both sides. It goes for all genders because we're holding masculine and feminine energy. The masculine also needs to be comfortable in receiving and in not just giving. Some of you could be traveling, or your person could be traveling, or this could be you making a decision about whether the situation was fulfilling you in some way. There could have been, a passion that was missing, or creativity and spontaneity that was missing in the situation. And now you're looking to expand, Virgo, and to, explore different things. That's a decision that was made here. Someone could have also decided to separate because they are traveling and wanting to further their career somewhere else, which caused a physical separation. A lot of you are also dealing with a lot of responsibility, is my feeling. And then also seeing the connection as, in a way, a burden or a responsibility because it wasn't nourishing you in the way a relationship should. Relationships are hard work, but they shouldn't have to feel like a burden. They shouldn't have to feel like an additional negative source of energy in your space, Virgo. And I think you got to that point of realizing that you or your person got to the point of recognizing that this is not the type of relationship that they wanted to give their energy to, or you want to give your energy to anymore, any longer. So I feel like it got to a head, a point, an end of a cycle of just feeling heavy, Virgo, and that's why, this pause. Maybe both of you are just thinking about how to move forward in the situation. I do feel like for some of you, there is definitely going to be a second chance here, another opportunity to build the relationship again, but it must come after a period of self-reflection and evaluation and understanding on both sides of what is required to make the situation work. Card of Scorpio. Excuse me. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio. For some of you, this has to do with commitment. Card of Taurus. Making a commitment, or maybe moving away from a commitment, moving away from the expectation of commitment is what was feeling like a burden to you, Virgo, or to your person for the cross watchers. Okay, let's see. What is the outcome of this? Any advice, Spirit, for Virgo? What is the outcome of this situation? Advice for Virgo. Very magic. Moving away. I feel like maybe the situation has caused enough anxiety or mental conflict for either you or your partner. It's moving towards calmer waters. So either this relationship is going to move towards calmer waters, And there's going to be a sense of peace and a reevaluation of what is causing the conflict and a resolution to that, or it's walking away from each other. So it has to be both sides coming to, an agreement of what peace in this relationship looks like. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Double message, the Hangman, Pisces, again, taking your time, Virgo. This is your time. I feel like this is an important time out for you to focus on you, to look at things from a different perspective, to understand what it is that you really want for your own alignment. Um, Turning things on their head, Virgo, so that you can approach things from a different perspective as well, and not repeat the same cycle over and over with the same person or with someone else, if that is what you choose. This also has to do with emotional expression, major arcana, card of Cancer. In some cases, you could be finding it difficult, or in some, for some of you Virgos, it could be really difficult for you to express what's on your mind from an emotional perspective, or what's on your heart, rather. There's a lot of subconscious, emotion triggering going on here. You are also looking for something that is nurturing, Virgo. And again, the moon is a very feminine energy. It's about allowing, it is about flowing, it is about receiving, and it is about the balance of emotion. And that is something that you are craving, Virgo, is the ability to rest, the ability to take a break, the ability to be nurtured and not be the nurturer. Again, I'm getting strong yin and yang energy, the masculine and the feminine balance. And I feel like this is also a balance within you, Virgo, that you are working through and maybe battling with a little is, and you masculine energy, but it's actually stepping into your feminine and asking yourself why it is difficult to be in feminine energy, why it is difficult to flow and not have control, and to allow without knowing what the outcome is. Why it is difficult for you to receive without a sense of guilt. And a lot of this can be tied to a feeling of unworthiness, unworthy of receiving, unworthy of true love. And if that is the frequency that the feminine is resonating at, we will attract partners that reflect that back to us and show us. And we think that's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It almost reinforces the belief that we aren't worthy of love, because of rejection or abandonment or lack of giving, lack of balance. But it's only a reflection for ourselves. It's not a confirmation of the narrative that there is no good feminine or no good masculine out there. So the guidance from Spirit, Virgo, is definitely to take your time out for your own mental clarity as well, to help you and support you in not repeating, the same cycle, or in really understanding this time and going to the depths, going to the depths of your healing in your mind space, in your head space, and in your heart space. And that is where you will find the medicine for this connection, Virgo, or for any form of connection for you in the future. I hope that this helped. I am doing personal reading, so if you'd like a personal reading, my details are in the description box. And remember, Virgo, if this isn't your story, please don't make it fit. The strongest messages always come through. Sending you so much love until next time, Virgo.